Hi, I'm...
Oh, boy.
Hello. Hello, I'm Craig Anstead. And today, we're going to talk about George Washington crossing the Delaware River on Christmas Day. So it's the end of the year 1776. The Continental Army is camped out on the shores of the Delaware River in Pennsylvania. George Washington is like, the Continental Army is f***ed. It seems hopeless. Across the river in Trenton, New Jersey, is the Hessians. The Hessians are German mercenary soldiers for the British Empire. And they're like, hey man, we're cool. And we making the money. On December 23rd, Washington brings General Hugh Mercer, who's a Scottish general, and Captain Alexander Hamilton. George Washington's like, look, we have to attack the British on Christmas night. They're gonna be drunk, they're gonna be burping, you know, eating shit. That's the night that the least expected. So we have to move, we gotta go. It's a surprise attack. So Mercer's like, you know, he's a Scottish guy. He's like, you know, we don't have munitions. I don't even know how to f***ing do it.
Think about Sean Connery.
Off. Mercer's like, well, we can't do this now. We don't have the provisions. And Alexander Hamilton's point of view is, hey, that's exactly why we need to attack, because the Hessians have infinite musicians. They have infinite munitions, and we can capture all that. So, all right, well, this is what's going down. We got 5,000 troops. We're gonna cross the river. It's like 300 yards wide.
You all right?
Yeah, we have to go full force and attack, which is fighting against the British with their hired Hessian German army shit. So the Germans, shit. All right, so it's a German Christmas, December 25th, 1776. They're all celebrating. Hey, it's celebration. Let's have sausages and sauerkraut. They're being festive, they're drinking eggnog. That's exactly what the Germans were doing. Back to the three platoons. They all set sail across the Delaware River. Mercer's, Washington, Hamilton. Mercer, it's too much snow, too much ice. We have to back off. Jesus told me so. So they back off. You know, Hamilton's balls to the wall. We gotta get across there, man. We gotta help Hamilton. Or we gotta help Washington. Can't do it, man. It's too much snow, too much ice, it's too cold. Washington says, we're getting across this river. Dude, everyone knows this story from the painting. The painting is like a pretty picture of this. It was a lot more grimy and dirty than the painting. It's the winds, man, blowing 60, 70 miles an hour. Little tiny icebergs smashing up against these primitive boats that are made out of cheap pine wood that's been nailed together with garbage nails. Just horrible. Like, some of the soldiers have towels on their feet. They don't have shoes. And they're thinking, hey, man, this is Christmas. I should be eating gingerbread, man. Washington's like, hey, man, this is the birth of our nation. This is the birth of our nation. I mean, it really is. Hey, let me have a drink. They roll up upon the shore, Trenton, New Jersey. George Washington looks at the sun and he's like, hey, shit, we're late. Let's do this. Washington and his soldiers march into the fort of Trenton and sure as shit catch the entire Hessian military off guard. They start attacking the Hessians. Hey, Merry Christmas, mother. They're not met with much resistance. They're like, well, wait, we need to fight, but we're kind of drunk and we're kind of up, like mistletoe and jingle bells. So by the time the battle was over, Washington had captured over 1,000 Hessians and only 4 Continental Army troops had died. And then they look there's all these supplies. And then in the corner, there's a pile of rum. They all start pounding rum, getting drunk. So when they took these Hessian soldiers back across the river after capturing them, a lot of them were drunk, just putting them on boats, and people are like falling off, shit-faced, trying to get it. It's just fun. So this is the first major victory for George Washington and his Continental Army. And it made an announcement to the entire world that, hey, this Continental Army is a force to be reckoned with. You can't underestimate them.